Hi, I'm Amy Velhurst, coming to you from LMA 26 here with Vanessa Torres, Chief Marketing and Business Development Officer at Lowenstein Sadler. And Vanessa, I know that you have a session this afternoon focusing on CRM, and it's a lively debate. Can you tell me a little bit about the approach to the session and a key takeaway perhaps that's coming out of it today?
Yeah, definitely. Nice to meet you and nice to
Yes.
be here. So we have brought together 6 different CRM platforms to discuss all things CRM, and they're not allowed to pitch. So there will be buzzers. If you feel like they're getting a little salesy, we get to buzz them out.
Ooh.
And we're really hoping that I think people get some practical takeaways and learnings that they can bring to their day-to-day, like really thinking more about data literacy as opposed to just data collection. How are we using all of the incredible data that we're collecting to make strategic decisions and connections for our lawyers?
So, Vanessa, this is clearly important to law firms of all size, and whether or not you have a CRM or you're looking to implement a new CRM. But I've heard some rumblings in the industry. CRM is dead. Do you have thoughts on that?
CRM is not dead, but ERM is alive, and CRM and ERM might be getting a little conflated as to what that means. So thinking about enterprise relationship management tools and all of the information to really show the comprehensive relationship mapping is critical. And so it's not dead at all. We just need to learn how to use it in a different way.
And speaking to that, it's a massive implementation and undertaking when you do roll one out or you upgrade one, you update one. Any comments to the stakeholders involved in the process?
I think a big one there will be a discussion around adoption being behavioral and not only focused on the technology. So I think what you'll hear today from the different perspectives is that the different platforms offer some slightly different solutions, and you need to figure out what works best for your firm. But ultimately, it's how you use it, not what it is that you're using, that will get you to where you want to go.
And I think that's key as fellow chief marketing officers and other leaders in firms are looking at taking a different approach, perhaps to CRM, evolving to ERM, and understanding what's going to make it successful. On that note, do you have any tips or top tip for a firm or a chief who's looking to make that investment and make that recommendation to firm leadership?
I think the first thing that comes to mind is really not getting so hung up on the platform, but really focusing on the data. What data do you have? How is it connected? You know, what other information in your firm's ecosystem of data can you be including into your ERM so that you can really tell a whole story to the lawyers and really arm them with the information they need?
Fantastic. So, in the evolution of CRM that we're in right now, looking ahead, perhaps 2, 3, 5 years down the road, what do you think we might be talking about then that we're not talking about now?
I think that's a great question. I think that AI will be even more involved in the conversation. I think right now we're scratching the surface of how it can aid and add value to what we're doing. And so I think that that will continue to persist. And I think that firms that are not focused on that are already behind. And so I think people need to get it together because it's coming. It's here.
It's now.
Yes.
And it is the future.
Yes.
Excellent. Do you have an additional insight or like a mindset shift that you think is critical when you're approaching your CRM and, you know, whether you're upgrading, you're evolving it, you're looking to ERM, anything that might be critical to success?
This goes back to the behavior point. And, in our planning of this discussion, we very quickly realized we were going down a rabbit hole of how firms incentivize lawyers when it comes to cross-selling. And so I think that it's important for us in our seats to understand what the motivation is. This is where we all become psychologists, which
Yes.
we are therapists, psychologists, consultants. We are all project managers. We are all of the things. And I think that's why many of us love what we do. But it definitely takes some work to get people rowing in the right direction for the firm. And that means understanding what the firm's overall incentive structures are and making sure that you're working within those parameters.
I think that would be critical to success.
Yeah.
And appreciate you sharing those thoughts and other key points coming from the Intelligence Face-Off, a live debate about the state of CRM. Vanessa, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.